Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. First, we have to have conviction. Unless we are convinced, we will never proceed. And a conviction can come when we do experiments on ourselves. Experiments are conducted on oneself to assess, evaluate our commitment to the cause. And the first in this is the self-confidence. We have to have self-confidence in anything that we do, whether material life or the spiritual life. And it cannot come for the lazy ones. There is a Subhashit where it is said, if a lion is lazily lying down, the animal will not come in front of me or eat me. The lion has to put efforts. So, the first in this list of developing conviction is self-confidence. Normally what happens, we justify our wrongdoings. And this can be achieved not by any other means, but we have to work on ourselves. Now the question is, how do we develop the confidence? Are there some experiments? Yes, many. Now, to begin with, we can think about how do we start our day. If our day begins in an inspired mode, our life will be different. If our day begins as a burden, then we are not even born as the seekers of truth. Early morning is extremely essential part of the day of the seeker. This I learned from one great Mahatma in Badrinath, a Bengali Mahatma. He had a good ashram and he will not allow anybody to stay more than 3 days. That was the rule. But somehow he never asked me to go. He said, Swamiji, you stay here permanently. I said, okay. So I used to stay there sometime 1 month, some 2 months. And once, when I was staying there, early morning, as he gets up, I also get up. I used to go and sit next to him in his room. And he will be doing the meditation. His path was the Kundalini awakening. So I used to sit before him, the picture, the man, and with the various chakras and all that. So I used to sit nearby. One day he asked me this question. Being Bengali old, it was a great fun to listen to his Hindi. So he asked, do you do any magic? I said, no. Then why it happens? I said, what happens? Then he told, when you come and sit I am able to experience the pulsation on my top sahasrara, because I have been struggling, but it was never happening. When you come and sit, do you do some magic? I said, no, I have nothing happens. Mine is khali. Then he told me, early morning between 4 and 6, all the Siddha Purushas, there are 64 Siddhas, they move around the globe. No visa, no green card. They move. And those sincere seekers who are putting efforts to attain effortlessness, to those seekers, these Mahatmas bless, guide from within. That is why it is said that Brahma Muhurta is that wherein we help ourselves get out of the impact of Prakriti, although we are living in Prakriti. Getting out of the impact of traffic, although we are driving in the traffic, is possible when we are perfect in our driving skills. See? If we are not perfect, we cannot. Like one lady told me, I learned now driving, you tell me where we have to go, I can take you. I was that time in Andheri. I said, come, I had to go to Bindi Bazaar. So she drove up to Dadar halfway and parked the car. I said, no, not here. We have to go further. No. Here is such a beautiful parking place, I'll park it here. But we have to go there. We'll take a taxi and go. I said, why this funny thing? He said, there one has to reverse the car to park and I cannot reverse. Now tell me, in the same manner, I want to lead a spiritual life, but I am a victim of my old useless habits. So we have to begin. And for that we don't require any alarm. Can't we wake up on our own? One of the name of Arjuna was Gudakesha. Gudakesha means Gudakaya Isha Gudakesha. Gudaka means sleep. He was having perfect control over sleep. Oh, like me, how? I can sleep even in the satsang. No. I can wake up out of the sleep any time I want. That self-confidence is necessary in life. Then only we are leading the meditative life. Otherwise it becomes a punishment kind of thing. So, early morning when we start, finish your morning ABCD, whatever you have to do. And after that part is over, then we have to start working on the mind. See? And for that, working on the mind, many techniques are there. One technique I told you, and remember, this is not doing meditation. Meditation we have to live 24/7. These are small experiments we are conducting throughout life. The first is discover what is a thought. Don't complain. Find out what is a thought. See? So it is like what? I can see with my eyes. I want to see how the eyes look like. Can we see our eyes with our own eyes? We cannot. So we have learnt eyes can be used for seeing something which is other than the eyes. But when the same eyes are employed to see themselves, they become important. Yes. Now, we normally complain about the thoughts, disturb mind. Too many thoughts come. Now, find out what is a thought. See, like a tissue paper. This is a tissue paper, how it is known? Technically speaking, first, this is called vritti vyapti. First, the object is included in the mind. That is called as the thought. Pregnant mind is a thought. In the womb of the mind, when an object enters, that is called thought. But this thought becomes a problem when this object is known by me, I. This is called phalavyapti. So two things have happened. Object is not known by the object to itself. Object is known by the subject. And both of them, object and subject, must be included in the same mind, not different minds. So, when we give undue importance to the object, then thought multiplication begins. Give importance to anything. See? If we give importance to discipline, we will be always disturbed. See? So, what will be meditation? To understand that if we are disturbed in our mind, there is nobody responsible. We have given undue importance to something, to somebody, somewhere, somehow. So what will be meditation? See? If I have given importance, I have to devalue that. See? And what is the reason we give importance to anything or anybody in life? See? Do we give importance to anything or anybody to become miserable? But because of anything or anybody, we become miserable. See? Do we think about God to become miserable? No. In the same manner, we think about the places, the people, the purpose, and become miserable. Why? Because we have given undue importance to something in life. Importance is to our peace of mind. Dunya gayi baad mein. Must not compromise with our peace of mind. That is more valuable. Therefore, instead of complaining about the mind, if we are living in meditation 24/7, we have to discover slowly and steadily that disturbances are not because of the world, not because of the things. Because we have given undue importance to something or somebody, expecting that this is the source of happiness, this is the source of joy. This is our error. See? And this nobody can teach. We have to learn ourselves. Meditation is never taught. You have to learn. Nothing can be taught. See? If you know swimming, then you will understand what I am telling. Exactly what is swimming? It is just a knack. There are some people, they struggle, but they can't swim. See? And those who swim, you ask them, oh, it's very simple, you have to do like this, you don't, come on, I tried it, but I go down. So it is just a click, it's a knack. Exactly. Spiritual life is just a click, a knack. And in that we will discover our error. Our error is like the example which I give. Morning I want a cup of tea. So I have given importance for tea in the morning. And if the tea and the kettle and the tea leaves are not there, then the mind starts reacting. Okay, why not it? No. And justify that I must be given a tea. And then when I get a cup of tea, so what is learning? Happiness has come from tea. See? But if we are contemplative in learning from the experiences of our life, then we come to know if tea is the source of happiness, everybody should be happy with a cup of tea, but it does not happen. But then we cannot deny our own experience that when I get a cup of tea at the right time, I am happy. So where from that happiness comes? It is not from the tea, because everybody is not happy with a cup of tea. Then where from? Then you come to discover. Whenever we have desire about a cup of tea, that desire is what? The importance to that object has entered in our mind because we have invited that. Therefore, it is an abscess on the mind. Desire is an abscess on the mind. And when the desire becomes very strong, it becomes a pus. And ultimately, it leads to perversion. Why I am using these words, it should click. See? And we have to learn, that's it. Any desire you have, any desire, it cannot entertain you throughout life. Then again learn. Meditation is continuous learning process. So one of my friend, elderly one, 85 or so, 80, he met me once and told, Swamiji, I want to tell you good news. I said, are you getting married again or what? No. Then I have given up smoking. Good news for him. I said, what is great about it? I never smoke. He said, no, then you will not understand what it means. What it means, I am very happy. I said, now you told, so you are a guinea pig for me. You have conducted an experiment for me. I will take the data and use for my PhD. All PhD fellows steal the data and claim it to be theirs. See? So, what? I said, now, you have been smoking for how many days? How many days? Years. From the age of 17, 18, I started smoking. Now I am 80 plus. So more than 60 years I have been smoking. Wow. So you are happy, of course. Now, for my understanding, let us give some value. 60 years of smoking gave you happiness. The unit of that happiness is X. Okay. Now you have given up smoking and you are telling you are very happy. Yes. So in comparison to the earlier happiness, how much is happiness when you have given up smoking? Tell me. He said X multiplied by infinite. So what we have to learn? Not only mechanically chanting the mantra, न कर्मणा न प्रजया धने न त्यागे नहीं कि चाहे तो देते नहीं त्यागे नहीं कि. See friends, real happiness is not in indulgence. Real happiness is in renunciation. See friends, this understanding is living in meditation. Otherwise, hey, don't disturb half an hour, I'll do meditation and then we'll go and play gambling. Okay, let me finish meditation. No. We have to live in meditation 24/7. Otherwise, like my friend, eating only the salads because he wants to reduce the weight, but weight is not going down. What is happening, I don't know. Because after that, he was eating half kilo ice cream. Where will it go? Therefore, meditation is, we are constantly aware of what is happening in the mind. Constantly. You will get millions of techniques the day you start sincerely working on this. So, whatever is done, impact must be on the mind, because everything is done only by the mind. See? My glasses are not seeing you. My eyes are not seeing you. There is a mind behind the eyes. Ears are not hearing. There is a mind behind the ears. Otherwise, when some Kumbhakarnas sleep, their ears are open. They are not closed. But they are not hearing because mind is not there. So everything happens only in the mind. And therefore, real spiritual life is, we have to mind our mind. And for minding the mind, this is the foundation. That mind gets disturbed when we have given value and importance to anything in this world, including God or including meditation. Give importance to meditation, you will be the most disturbed person in the world. See? Therefore, first we'll try to establish self-confidence. What is self-confidence? We have two things according to path of Kundalini, Ida Pingala. According to knowledge, there is knowledge and Kriya. Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti, two of them. Now, both of them are expression of the same consciousness. See? Chitta Vayavaha Chit Kriyayuta Shakayor Dvai Shakti Mulaka. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. See? We all have these two faculties, Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti. And both of them are expressions of the same common energy, Shakti, the pure consciousness. See? Now when you draw two lines from the same point they cannot be parallel. There will be an angle. Now for our understanding, like if you take this tripod on which this camera is standing, all the legs have started coming out from the same common point. As we go away from the rod, the distance between these two lines starts increasing. Or look at that hand. These two fingers have come out of the same point. When you see the distance between the two fingers is minimum at the origin. But as we go away from the origin, the distance between the two fingers starts increasing. See? Now what is happening? We have to learn it. We decide knowledge. We don't respect our own decision, action. Conclusion, I think I cannot do that. Zero self-confidence. Why? When we do not respect our knowledge, do you think others will respect? See? Because if we are going away from yourself, see, what we call Atma Vishwas and Paramatma Vishwas, they are same, they are not different. Words are different. What we call Atma Vishwas with reference to us is called God's grace from God's point of view. Words are different, meaning is the same. See? Like you are sitting in front of me, but the backdrop is behind me. For you, the backdrop is in front of you, the kitchen is behind you. So, what reference we are using? Therefore, when we are having a reference with ourselves, it is Atma Vishwas, self-confidence. When we bring God principle, then God's grace. See, friends, but we should not be compromising like this. By God's grace, I killed him. Right? No, it cannot be a destructive force. It's always a constructive one. Therefore, we have to begin. And this, for this purpose, various experiments are to be conducted on ourselves. I'll tell you what experiment I did, one or two for your information. For about 1 or 2 years, I did not take wheat and rice. And carbohydrates were replaced by boiled potatoes. Rest of the thing is normal. So let me see experiment kya hota hai. And there I discovered these matas are beyond every rule and regulation. When I say I take only boiled potato and rest of them normal. But how can you take sabji? I'll make you tadke ki sabji. So I said, have you taken a vow, whatever I want that you will not give me? When I want boiled potato, give me. कैसे खाएंगे आप? Is it your problem or my problem? See, we have to conduct experiments on ourselves. Other experiment. I never used to take sweets. That was the only way I can avoid. So I should know, is my vow, I cannot take sweets. Same about the milk and all that. So in South Africa, when I went, like you people have got a lot of advice from the so-called great devotees. Swami doesn't eat these useless fellows. They don't allow me to live myself. See? So they are told, Swamiji doesn't take sweets. So when I went, I was taking tea, add 2-3 teaspoons sugar in black tea, take. So that lady told me, Swamiji, um, you should not mind, I'll tell you something. I said, tell Mama, no problem. We are told you don't take sweets. Yes. How many times tea you take? I said 4-5 times. Every time you put 3 teaspoonful of sugar. How much sugar you are taking? I don't eat sweets. Then he said, stop taking sugar in the tea and eat sweets. I said, yes, you are right, perfectly right. No more sugar in tea. Stop. No, you don't do like that. Slowly. I said, there is nothing like slowly. Either this way or that way. So stop. No means no. First few days, this tongue Maharani, I said, I am so sorry. Decision is made. Then only the self-confidence happens in life. Now with that self-confidence, now you decide and work on it. That for 5 minutes, I will chant the Lord's name and I will hear myself. Now you can do it in your mind. Chant the Lord's name. I will show you loudly so you understand. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. So, chanting is Kriya Shakti. It is action. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And I am hearing is Jnana Shakti. So when I am chanting myself, it is the Kriya Shakti that is invoked, and when I am listening myself, then Jnana Shakti is invoked, and when this is done, your mind will not go anywhere in the world. Now what is happening? Our mind takes us here and there, rather than we taking the mind where we want. See? Arurukshur mune yogam karma karanamuchyate yoga rudasya taseva shamak karanamuchyate. So first of all, practice this. And this can be practiced anywhere. Suppose you are waiting for the flight or a train. So 5-7 minutes, 10 minutes are there. That time do this experiment. In your own mind, keep on chanting. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Nobody will know what you are doing, but you are working on your mind. It is not a half an hour punishment. Slowly, steadily, everywhere you can start working on your mind. We are not going to halt thinking. We are going to train the mind how to think. See? This extremism is not a meditation or spirituality. Don't think at all. Then I have to become stone or what? Mind is given for thinking. But instead of thinking, we were worrying. Differentiate between thinking and worrying. So think how the thoughts are born. Then play with yourself as meditation. Play. So when I become a husband, So the thoughts pertaining to the wife come. When I become a father, the thoughts pertaining to the kids come. When I think of my flight, the thoughts pertaining to, oh, how will I go, how much time it takes, that will come. So conclusion, whatever we have given importance, that becomes the cause of thought production. So what will be meditation? Consciously, we have to have perfect control. So this is not the time for that theme. Stop. So now what is to be done? Now we are walking. So while walking, gossiping about this and that, instead of that, utilize that time for this same purpose. Discover many techniques. One technique I told you probably. Be greedy in working on the mind. And how it is done? By chanting Lord's name. Develop, discover, implement rhythms in your life. See? When going for a walk, rhythm. Left, right, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. You don't have to sit and do meditation. You are walking nicely, seeing the whole world. For others, you are walking and seeing the whole world. But for you, you are now working on your mind. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. If you are climbing the steps, with every step, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. If you are sitting, take the mala, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Same thing. Action and knowledge together. Slowly, when this becomes natural to us, in the language of Kundalini, this is called as the Sushumna Nadi awakening. See? This is very important, my friends. In this manner, slowly and steadily, we are consciously working on our mind. And when we become perfectly expert in synchronization of Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti, then we come to the penultimate state. That is chanting Lord's name, whatever name you take, Om Namah Shivaya, or take a short name, Sri Krishna, Sri Ram, whatever you like. So, that chanting of the Lord's name in your mind and synchronizing that with your breathing. Again, rhythm. So the breath goes inside. Hari Om, Hari Om. Initially, we will focus on the sound, not on breathing. But we have to learn, breathing is not done, breathing is happening. Chanting is done. So in chanting, the efforts are involved and somebody is chanting. But breathing, nobody is breathing. Do we have that notion, I am breathing, don't disturb? No. So breathing is happening to nobody and chanting also should happen to nobody. So Play this thing. Breathe in Hari. Breathe out Om. Initially, we do wrong. We breathe according to chanting. It should not be. The chanting should be paired with the breathing. Because breathing is not done, it is happening in the same manner. Chanting also should happen. There is no ego, I am breathing. But there is ego, I am chanting the Lord's name. I take 10 malas, I do 5 malas. We have to get rid of this I. See? So as the breathing goes on, first of all, we have to recognize this principle. We do not breathe as an action. Breathing is happening. When life throbs in a fetus, an embryo, first thing happens is the action, the breathing within inside through the blood. See? And when a child is born, his lungs are solid. Newly born fetus, lungs are solid. Because it has come out of the package in the womb, now it is open, and as a result, the lungs expand. When the lungs expand, there is a vacuum created naturally. Because of that vacuum, air is sucked in. Therefore, breathing in is a passive process. It is not an active process. And therefore, breathing is not done. It happens. So we have to tune our knowledge, our mind, wherein effortlessness is the foundation of spiritual life. Patanjali Maharaj says the same thing. Prayatna Shaitilya Ananta Samapattibhya. Sthira Sukham Asanam Prayatna Shaitilya Ananta Samapattibhya. These are the two sutras. So there, what is yoga? Sthira Sukham, steady bliss. when the happiness happens as a result of fulfillment of desires, it is not steady. When desires are fulfilled, we are happy. When they are not fulfilled, we are miserable. And that is being a third class grasta. See? We have to have that clarity. See? So, this will come when we know. So first, we recognize that breathing is not done. It is happening. Now with that breathing, join with the knowledge, Lord's name. Initial days, you will see it will not happen because this I is very strong. I am doing this. Okay, I'll do it now. No, don't do it. Let it happen. We don't have to do meditation. We have to undo our wrong ways. See? Once I went to one tabla teacher, an old man, and there was a board outside. If you know already something about tabla, fees 100 rupees per week. Second, if you know nothing, 10 rupees for the whole month. So I thought there is some mistake. So I said, sir, I think that your painter has made some mistake there. So don't teach me. Why? Why such a peculiar thing? He said, those who know, to undo their wrong things, he takes my blood out. Those who do not know, we just tell them, they do exactly. Those who are doing meditation, first you have to undo that. Because we have this wrong notion. Meditation is an action. It is not action, it is experience. Actions will begin and end. Experience is continuous, unbroken. And what is the unbroken experience? Waking experience is limited to waking. Dream experience limited to dream. Experience of being a father is limited in front of the children. Experience of being a husband limited in front of the wife. These are all limited experiences. Our being is unlimited, uncreated, natural state of being. That is meditation. See? And in this, again I am repeating, nobody can help us. We have to ourselves do it. Therefore, if you are sitting for your prayers, bhajan, kirtan, meditation, whatever name you give, if you are sitting, we have to first of all do some psychological adjustments. See? Before I start talking, I do the adjustment, whether the sound comes to you or not. In spite of the sound, you people sleep. So if there is no sound, what will you do? I will also join with you. There was one lady, she called me during Corona festival. Swamiji, I am always surprised. There is nobody in front of you and you are giving lecture in front of the camera, but your lectures are the same as if you are talking to the audience, but there is no in front of you. I say, look here, I am very clear. I got two types of audiences. One is actual, second is virtual. Both of them are same. Is it that the actual audience is listening and the virtual audience will not listen? I know, both of them don't listen. Then why am I talking? I am addressing to myself. See? Mana sajjana bhakti panthe chizave tari shri hari pavijeto swabhave jani nindyate sarva sodu nidave jani vandyate sarva bhave karave. Samartha Ramdas Swami addressed his mind. Mahatmas never talk to the audience. Because in every audience, they see their different thoughts. And therefore, according to the need of the audience, the thoughts come. See? Therefore, some psychological adjustment we have to consciously practice. First is, see, start playing nobody. Suppose you are sitting, sit comfortably. Then start now. What? Now at this moment I am nobody. Now to attain this nobody status, it will not happen just like that. So the first is, you are happy. Meditation is not a punishment. खबरदार गड़बड़ करी तो मेडिटेशन करना पड़ेगा. No, I not. First of all, we must begin whatever we do cheerfully and happily. First step. Then you are living in meditation. Then second step. One of the problems many seekers feel is a fear taking possession of them. See? How I know? Because people ask me, otherwise I have no fear. Swamiji, I always have this problem. Whenever I sit for meditation, I always feel, suppose when I go out of the body, and if I forget how to enter, what will happen? To whom? See, fear. Or else they see on the TV the levitation in meditation, the sitting and getting. So, what will happen? Ultimately, that depends where you are sitting. If you are sitting below a moving fan, levitation happens. Cut gaye. If you are below a tree, you will hang to the tree. What happened? Realize. To remove this fear, or I don't know what to do next. This is bhavana. Have bhavana in your heart. My beloved God and Guru Maharaj is very much there. The God protects me from myself and Guru guides me from within. You don't have to ask anybody what next. It happens if you are going the right way. See? These two things. So you are cheerful and happy, you are living in meditation. Nothing should justify that you are disturbed or miserable. No reactions. Then always we are moving with this. He is with us. There is nothing to be afraid of. About this, I'll tell you one story. I had told it some of my talks. in a school, children, maybe first standard or second standard, boys, girls, co-education. So at that age, fighting between them. So the boys will come and pull the choti of the girls, open it, and they'll be coming in. And the girls also not less. They'll go and kick that boy. All kinds of chaos going on. And one student, he sees all that thing. Coolly says, "Miss is coming." He doesn't address to anybody. "Miss is coming." Everybody is quiet. No disturbance. When I saw this, I learned what? Remember, our Miss, our God, our beloved Lord is in our heart. And whatever we do, before doing, He knows that. Whatever we talk, before talking, He hears that. Whatever we think, before we think, He knows about it. Living in this awareness is living in meditation. The real quality of our life is when we are all by ourselves, there is nobody, no CCTV, you are all alone. That time, watch the quality of your mind. See, all the pus will start coming out. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, Gruna, vengeance, bitterness, anger, greed, lust, all that will start coming out. That is why many people are afraid of remaining alone. They feel lonely. Loneliness is when we are afraid of ourselves. We want a company. See? And the ultimate is only one. No company. Realization के बाद कोई मिलता है क्या? सब छूट जाते हैं. कोई नहीं मिलता. So, to achieve this, the third stage of addressing our psychological status is, now at this moment, I am nobody. Now understand, what is a nobody? Nobody has no past. Somebody is a mule carrying the burden of the total past. So, at this moment, nobody. So you have blocked the past. When you have blocked the past means what? No meditation is repeated. Words can be repeated, silence cannot be repeated. Words come and go, silence doesn't come and go. It is there already. See? So when we become nobody, we have dropped the total past. Now be attentive. When we have dropped the total past, we cannot have future. Past and future are relative. So when there is no future means what? How do we practice that? Do not plan after our prayers are over what I will do. Like you are sitting for meditation and now you are worried about, breakfast is coming today. I don't know today what they are telling you. Every day the paratha. Meditation. See? Therefore, When you sit for prayers, don't make any sankalpa what you will do after meditation. Meaning, this is the last moment of your life. माने हम मर जाएंगे? Yes. How simple it is. So no sankalpa. Now what will happen? Out of the past, present and future, we have dropped the past and the future. Therefore, present is also not a present. Because past was a tense, future was a tense. So in the absence of the two tenses, the present also is not a tense. Then whatever remains is the presence, provided we do not compare. We do not want to repeat anything. Every experience is unique. No experience can be repeated. When you drive from your home to your work every day, the same road, the same car, the same view, the same point of origin, same destination, and yet every driving is unique, is it not? Nothing is repeated. Meditation is not a repeating thing. No, unique. And it can be unique if it is not an action. Repeated actions don't require a mind. Meditation is not an action, it is an experience. In this manner, meditation is we are consciously working on our mind. See? And if we are working on our mind, you yourself will discover that you are now gathering more peace within yourself. The other things will hardly disturb you. And even if you bang somebody, you will not have regrets in your mind. Because that banging must have been necessary. Therefore it happened. I have banged somebody, that thought will not come. See? Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.